Hello everyone, I'm Highelf and welcome to the second tutorial on modeling. In this tutorial we'll be modeling a sword and a shield. Both are meant to go in Mount&Blade, so we'll model them according to the routine Mount&Blade kinda needs. And also what we're going to be doing is positioning them so it kind of fits the hand of the hand of the player in game. This is a pretty crucial step and it's not that hard, so I'm just going to run over that. So let's get started. The first thing we want is to have an idea. So you can't just start modeling a weapon without having an idea. So for the sword I was thinking something Japanese, maybe like a samurai sword, a katana. And for the shield I was planning on doing a very simple round shield like one of the in-game ones. So let's open up Wings 3D so we can get started on modeling. Okay, so you always start with a cube, so let's just jump right into that and start making our handle. So again, I'm using the camera key, so Y, Z and X to change cameras. I'm changing modes constantly, so that's V and E. Yeah, so vertice mode, edge mode, and face mode. So I'm constantly going to change between the cameras and the modes. Sometimes it's a bit fast, probably for you guys to see, but it's because I'm so used to it I don't even realize I'm actually pressing the keys. But yeah, after a while you get this too, so just keep practicing on those keys, they're really important. Okay, so first of all we want to scale this down because it's way too fat to be a handle. Let's model on this scale a bit. Okay, so we want to move this to make a longer handle, like so. I want to add some detail to this, so we start adding edge loops. Again, selecting the ring, G, and pressing C to make another loop. Okay, so now we want to jump into this camera and select these rows of vertices here. As you can see, I got them all. Oh, I didn't get these. Okay, if you do something like that, you probably want to jump into 2D mode, so you're absolutely certain you got them all. Okay, so scale this a bit on Y also, so you get like a cylinder-like thing. You could also just start with the cylinder, but yeah. Let's scale these a bit. I'm not going to do very accurate katana or something, just something that looks cool. So let's give it like a little thing on the end of a sword. I don't know what it's called. Something like that, yeah, okay. Make these hard edges. Okay, so I select the loop by selecting one of the edges in the loop and pressing L. Okay, so I explained that in the previous tutorial, and I'm just presuming you saw that, so yeah. So now I want that thing to protect your hand, whatever it's called. So again, extruding, I'm pressing D now so I can redo the last action. This is a bit too fat. Also, something new I didn't explain in the last one is if you have something selected, and so I'm in face mode right now, I select one face. If I press F again, it will grow my selection. So I'm already in this mode, so it can't change modes, but it will grow in selection. So I just had this selected, so if I want to select more, I just press F again and scale this a bit. Okay, now we want to pull out the blade from this piece here, so we want to scale that like so and make it flat by scaling it on X. Something like that, yeah. Okay, so let's extrude that. So this is supposed to be a curved blade. So basically you add a couple of loops so you can make it curved like so. And well, yeah, just to scale the tip and rotate it a bit. Whoops, wrong axis. It's the y-axis, okay. And just move it kind of like that, okay. I don't really know what it's supposed to look like, but yeah. Okay, so let's move these a bit, like so. Actually, let's make another sword, so let's not do a katana. Let's make like an evil-looking something that would fit the trollish faction in fancy mod. Yeah, let's make something like that. So let's delete these. Whoops. And restart making this, so the blade, okay. Let's make it a bit wider and extrude that, okay, like so. Okay, and again add loops. And now let's just let's think what we want to do. Okay, so I want to make something look like this, like a pirate-ish sword, okay. It's really important you know what you want to model. So yeah, I just changed my mind, but usually you want to maybe even Google some images of swords so you have something to base it off. Yeah. Okay, so let's scale this a bit again. Let's make this sharp. Now we can connect these. So just pressing C. Let's kind of make that a blunt. Well, actually, let's make it sharp. So something like that. Okay, we have a very basic shape now. I just added another loop here, so we can make it more curved. Okay, so now I want this kind of thing sticking out. So I'm going to select the loop and slide it a bit over here. And, well, let's make it like so. Okay. So I'm just pulling these out. Like so. And now I'm just adding another loop here. And making it again curved. Always make sure you have the back faces. So if I wanted to select these two, so this one and the one underneath, I select this, drag a box, and then just deselect those. Because if you just click once, you don't get the back vertices, so yeah. As you can see here. Okay, and now let's make this a bit thinner. Let's add another spike thing over here. Again, just use the loop addition thing. So select the ring, G, and press C. I use this a lot. I suggest you do that too. I can make this as detailed as I want, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay, something like that. Okay. I think it's a bit too wide though. So I'm going to scale it just a little bit. Like a little bit wider and make this a lot less wide. And make it flow kinda. Okay, this can all move up a bit. Okay, so something like this. Okay, it's just a simple sword. Okay, now I want to select these. So the loop around the blade. and make these hard edges. These also. These and these also. Okay, so the handle is pretty big compared to the sword. Whoops. Okay, so it's just a random sword I made. Okay, so doesn't look that good, but I really make it quickly, so it's okay. Maybe move this a bit more. Whoops. As you can see, I move on free a lot, but always, like I said, always make sure you're in the one of the fixed cameras. So I'm in Y camera all the time, so I can't move up or down. If I were to move free like so, so let's say I just rotate it a bit and move it like so, I can't really, you know, see it goes down. So that's not what you want. So. Let's select these vertices. Whoops. So again, I select the loop and just jumped into vertice mode, so you get those vertices. And again, scale them a bit. Yeah, something like this. Okay, it's good. So let's move this a bit on the side, so we can start our shield. A shield is actually very simple. At least the one I'm going to be doing is a very simple one. Let's just say you start with a cylinder with 16 sections. Okay. Scale this, and I'll scale it on Y. Okay, so we want to inset this, move it just a little bit up, not too much, just a little bit, inset it again. Okay, and now just extrude this, scale it down, extrude again, or inset is actually the same. Okay, so now I want to scale this a bit more up, move it down, same here. So that's like the ball thing. Always make sure you have hard edges where it's necessary. Okay, so now let's select this loop here and scale it up to make kind of the edge the edge around the shield. So I want this loop also, so I'm just going to grow the selection and deselect these. That's just by clicking and just clicking, and so you can add selection by just clicking it and just moving your mouse with the while you're holding your click. So and you can deselect that too, so something like that. Okay, I want to extrude it just a little bit, and now just select these two loops and make them hard. Okay, so I have that little edge around that. With a texture it will look a lot better. So okay, there's supposed to be like a thing so you can hold your your shield, but I'll add that just a bit later. Okay, so now we have these two models. We want to position them to make sure they fit the hands of the player in game. So what I'm going to do is open up BRF Edit, which you can download from the forums. Just go to the unofficial edit forum and search for BRF Edit. So this is a program you'll really positively need to mod in Mount&Blade, so a must-have. So let's just open that up, and Nope. Okay, so we want to click this open button here, and now this is the resource from Fancy Mod. So just go to your Mount&Blade directory, go to Common Res, and all the native BRFs are in here. So we want to open up one that has items, item meshes will do, and you can see you get all these items from. Whoops. Okay, it's going to crash. I don't know what just happened. Let's redo that. Okay. Maybe it's the BRF that's a bit corrupt. Okay, so let's search for a item we possibly will need. Oh wait, this is just the clothes and the helmets and stuff. Okay, it's another BRF. Weapons, I think. Yeah, weapons. Right here. Okay, let's pick the bastard sword. Whoops, what's this? Not cool, not cool. Damn it. Okay, so, I don't know why it's crashing. I probably need to download a new version of it. But let's just say you open up this. Okay, you select a weapon that's similar to that and just hit export and then export it as an OBJ. So I probably have a couple of things already in my hard drive. So just go to File then, Import as a wavefront OBJ. Okay, I'm going to search something. It should be around here. Nope. It's a bit messy in here, so. No. Maybe. Okay, so I'll just import a model from Fancy Mod. Okay, so weapons, armors, no items. Nope. Here we go. Okay, so let's say we import okay, this is a pretty general sword. Okay, as you can see, it's a pretty messy mesh because it got triangulated because BRF only supports triangulated meshes, but I think it kind of supports squads now too. I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway, so imagine this is like a bastard sword or something from native Mount&Blade. You just want to fit and fix it. So it's about the size you want and about the position you want. Okay, so I probably want to flip that because it's in the wrong direction. So go into object mode and go to flip. Okay, just flip that. Okay, something like that. So probably need to scale the handle a bit. But yeah, you get the point. Okay, so then just delete that, the help mesh, and you can just export it right now as a wavefront OBJ. I'll give it a name, export it, and then you can import it in BRF edit, and like so, add it to the game. So let's just delete this because we don't need it anymore. For a shield, it's pretty much the same idea. Let's import, search for another shield I have. Swords and weapon probably here. Okay, so let's pick one of these shields. Okay, let's do this. As you can see, this is pretty much the same mesh, but it's just triangulated, so because the BRF edit just supports that. Okay, so it was located here, so I want to adjust that. I want to rotate it just a bit. As you can see, it's oh yeah, if you rotate, by the way, if you hold shift, it rotates in you know, kind of in bursts. So this is regular rotating. If you hold shift, it goes faster. Okay, so let's just rotate that to fit it. Okay, something like that. And now we want to um, we want these things here, as you can see, to we want these on our model. So what you want to do is go here and click separate, and now this shield we imported. So I'm just going to hide this for a second. Our model. So the shield we imported is now made of separate objects, as you can see. So I just selected that and hit separate. So now we can delete this, and all we have left is that and our model. So it's pretty much right, like so. You probably want to move that just a bit up, or actually this down, so it flips just a little bit. It doesn't matter. Okay, so like that. And now it's ready to again export and import into BRF edit and put in game. So that's it, very simple. Don't forget to use hard edges to make it all look really nice. And okay, that's it for this tutorial. The next one will probably be a helmet, or if not, probably UV mapping or texturing. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so I hope this helped a bit. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.